George Herman Ruth Jr. was born on February 6, 1895, in Baltimore, Maryland, to parents George Sr. and Kate. George Jr. was one of 8 children, although he and his sister Mammy were the only ones that survived. George Jr.'s parents worked long hours, leaving little time to watch over him and his sister. The lack of parental guidance allowed George Jr. to become a bit unruly, often skipping Later in his life, Babe Ruth went to the MLB and played for the Baltimore Orioles. He played so well, he was sold to the Boston Red Sox and became a fantastic player for the Red Sox. He was later sold to the New York Yankees baseball club and became one of the greatest baseball players of all time. At the end of his career, Babe Ruth in 1936 was elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Harold Edward Red Grange was born on June 13, 1903 in Forksville, a village about 200 people in an area of Pennsylvania lumber camps. He was the third child of Sadie and Lyle Grange, a lumber camp foreman. Grange was a star player during high school days at Wheaton Community High School, where he became known as the Wheaton Iceman. By then, his father had become the local policeman, and the family was well settled. Going into college, Illinois was undefeated in his 1923 season, with Grange leading the team. Before the end of the year, he was named an All-American and he was known across America. His professional football was generally an unpleasant sandlot game with few fans in 1925. The teams were part of what was called the National Football League, but the league was only 4 years old and barely drawing any fans to watch their games. Pro football was a game of ex-high school and college players and a few walk-ons, men who either loved the game with a passion or could do little else with their lives.
Holman was born on the Lower East Side of New York to Russian immigrant parents and was a Jew. He attended private school 62 and was a star in basketball, soccer, and football at the High School of Commerce. Graduated from the Savage School for Physical Education and earned a master's degree from NYU. He was a very important player for the original Celtics. Also a gifted passer and an excellent floor leader, Holman was a prototype of later playmakers. Although he played pro basketball until 1930, he took over the head coaching position at the City College of New York in 1920. Known as Mr. Basketball, Holman guided CCNY to a called Grand Slam of college basketball.
Gertrude Ederle was born on October 23, 1905 in New York City. She was one of 5 children of Henry and Anna Ederle, German immigrants who owned a butcher shop on Manhattan's Upper West Side. From a young age, she was passionate about swimming, which she learned at the local public pool and at the New Jersey beach where her family spent summers. As a teen, Ederle left school to train as a competitive swimmer and joined the Women's Swimming Association. Competing locally, she had her first win at the age of 16, and between 1921 and 1925, she held 29 records. In 1924, Ederle swam at the Olympic Games in Paris, where her freestyle team won 3 medals. In 1925, she began training to swim across the English Channel, the 21 miles of water between England and the European mainland. 5 male swimmers had already crossed the channel, but she wanted to be the first woman to achieve this goal.